What is up? So I'm a few weeks into this keto diet, and I've made it a goal to share with you guys all the little tidbits, information I pick up. One of the things, if you've come from any sort of a diet history, if you've ever ate clean or tried to monitor your intake and stuff, one of the things that a lot of people are terrified of is salt. Salt has this bro science type impression or understanding out there that too much salt means bloating, retained water. It's a mess. And it is true to some degree, and a lot of people have different experiences with it. Some people are really salt sensitive, some people aren't. So one part of keto that I'm noticing is there's a lot of stuff you got to overcome as far as just your brain or your preconceived notions, stuff that may or may not be true, may not be founded in anything logical, or it's more just your interpretation or even your assumptions that this is how it works. And when you do the keto diet, you've really got to throw caution to the wind and jump in with both feet. Now, when I say that, I'm referring to a couple of things. One, a lot of us have this hang up that fat makes you fat. That's not true. The second thing, remember, fat is fuel with this diet. So you have to look at fat as a good thing. Look for abundant sources of fat and obviously get your energy. But the other thing with the salt itself is it's a critical component to this diet. One thing that happens that I've noticed is you flush a lot of water when you're in ketosis. Especially the first week or so, because your body's not used to it. It's flushing a ton of intracellular water. There's a lot of metabolic physiological things that happen with your kidneys and your insulin and all that forces it. And again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to get into that. But essentially what happens is you don't retain water like you would have on a high carbohydrate diet. So since you're flushing out a lot of water, you're obviously hand in hand with water goes to sodium. Water is used to dilute sodium in the body, so if your water's gone, the sodium's going with it. So add salt to your meals. Remember, salt is not the enemy here, so it's something that your body needs. It's essential for a lot of the molecular activity and stuff like that. Another thing that's enormously huge is potassium. They're called micronutrients or electrolytes. They're the things that you lose when you're becoming dehydrated or you're kicking water out of your system. Great source of potassium is a real easy one. Avocados. They're loaded with them. There's also potassium supplements you can add. There's also magnesium deficiencies that come from this diet. Magnesium's easy. You can buy powder form. You can buy pills. You only need 400 or 500 milligrams a day of magnesium. Potassium, I believe it's about double that. You might want to look that up. And then the last thing with the salt, start salting your food. Use seasoned sea salt. Don't be afraid of getting the salted almonds. Don't be afraid of the cheese or your bacon or anything else. I mean, again, this diet with salt will not allow you to retain water at the same levels that you did historically when you're on a high carbohydrate diet. So throw caution to the wind. If you're going to do keto, do it right. A lot of people that are experiencing keto flu and other symptoms like that don't realize that just adding salt to their diet will absolutely alleviate most of those problems, whether they're headaches, nausea, grouchiness, fatigue, etc. There's a lot of chemical things happening in your body doing this diet, and you got to keep them all in check. So if all else fails and you're not sure, salt is an awesome way to get it. Jason Whitrock talks about drinking chicken broth. You can make your own with a bouillon cube, or you can just salt the living hell out of your food. Either way, get 5 to 6 grams a day. If you don't measure it, maybe start for a while. Once you get used to knowing what a normal salt intake is for you, it becomes second nature. It's just like anything. If you've done it enough, you learn how to do it. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to keep posting all of my keto progress and all my keto lessons learned, and try to keep you guys updated with my feedback and any other information I gather out there on the web, so that we can all keep those keto gains. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Dad and Meth in the building.